So for everybody that was hoping I was going to fix my little mistake, you're in luck. I'm going to. I'm going to fix that truck with the parts from that truck. I guess it depends on how you look at it, but according to the paperwork, it's going to be that truck. I'm going to show you why I decided to buy a parts truck instead of just individual parts. And we're going to take a closer look at the parts truck. If you're just joining us and want to know what my little mistake is all about, the link is up there somewhere. So just click on it and go back to the first video to find out how I got into this little mess. I did have a lot of comments that say that truck will never be the same after this accident. And that's not true. This truck will actually be the same as when it was built, and it will actually be better than before the accident, because it won't have that stupid bug shield and the stupid vent visors. But those aren't the only reasons. There's a few others too. So stick around and I'll show you why. So let's have a closer look at our parts truck. So, it didn't always look this good. I doctored it up a little bit so I could drive it down the road. I drove it from my house to my storage yard here, which is about 10 miles. It looks pretty good on this side. It doesn't look so good on the other side. The reason I decided to buy a parts truck was because there's a lot of little odds and ends that I get with this that I wouldn't get if I got the parts individually. Like, first off, all the little nuts and bolts. All the fender bolts and the core support bolts, they're all missing from when they doctored the other truck up. I mean, I got 2 or 3 of them, but not the 20 or 30 I should have. So now I'm gonna have all those. If I end up needing something like an engine wiring harness, I already have it. Junkyards usually don't inventory that kind of thing, so they're really a needle in a haystack. And if you've ever bought any parts from a dealer, you know how expensive they can be. Not to mention I'll have some leftover parts when I'm done, and I can sell off the rest and recoup some of my money. When I added up all the parts that this truck has, which is about 90% of what I need for this build, it came out to less than I paid for that whole truck. Plus, like I said, I still get to sell the parts when I'm done, so I'm gonna come out even further ahead. So let's go back to what this thing looked like when I got it as we take it off the trailer. And this one was listed as a no start. I charged the batteries overnight. We're gonna see if we can get to the start. But when I was tying it down on the trailer, I did notice that the trans filter, the magnet, and the adapter the trans filter screws onto, that screws into the trans, was missing. I don't know why somebody would have taken it off, but we're gonna put it back on because if it does start without this, we're gonna have a big mess. So I'm gonna throw this back on, cross our fingers, and turn it over and see what happens. I know, it's a used filter. This is only temporary, we'll change it later. You will also notice, in addition to missing a filter, it's also missing a lot of rust. This truck came from Florida, and it looks awesome under here. Alright, that was pretty easy. Let's hop up there and see what our next hurdle is going to be. Well, that was a pleasant surprise. Nothing's leaking. Let's check the trans fluid. Now we're on to our next challenge. Getting air in that tire. Took out the valve core to give the air a little more room to get in there. We're going to have to reseat the bead. We've all seen the trick with starting fluid, ether, and blowing the sidewalls out to seat the bead. A lot of people don't like that, especially people that work for OSHA. So we're going to try a different way. bead starts to seat, you want to take your strap off. Put our valve core back in. Now on to the next challenge, which is getting the truck off of the trailer. With these wheels, the truck's a little bit wider than the distance between the two fenders. So, I got a couple different ways I can do this. I can put a set of factory wheels on this and back it down. Or I can take the fenders off the trailer, which I originally thought was a gimmick when they told me about it. But we're going to see how it works. It might just give us enough clearance to squeeze it past. That wasn't too bad. Now let's just throw the fenders back on. So now that we're back on ground level, let's take a look at what we have. So our right bedside's no good. Our right rear door is no good. Our right front door just has a little dent under the mirror. We got two fenders and a hood. They have little scratches and dents, nothing we can't fix. We got a front bumper with parking sensors and harness that we're gonna need. Two headlights and a grille, which we also need. It has a set of aftermarket wheels and tires, which I might put on depending on how they look when they're on the truck. A set of factory running boards, driver's door. That's all stuff that we might need. This bedside's no good either. I do have the tailgate, so it has the entire bed liner and the wiring harness for the tailgate and the lights on the inside of the bed. All that stuff is still good. Rear bumper's no good, but the parking sensors and the harness are. I got a trailer hitch, a frame. I'm gonna need that stuff. There's enough usable parts on the cab that I could repair the other cab with this one. The interior is a wrong color, but passenger airbag and the steering column I can still use. Everything else I can sell. I got my motor, trans, and transfer case, depending on what I need. I have the radiator and condenser, intercooler, and radiator support, plus any little stuff I might need on the motor. Interior is pretty clean. I got 4 door panels. Headliner isn't torn, it's just creased, so it's still usable. I kind of got a new toy and I kind of want to play with it. You saw how it looks. So let's go for a ride. Aside from some warning lights for a tail lamp failure, airbag, and some doors open, needs a tire balance, but seems like a pretty good truck. Air conditioning works. Still got an XM subscription. It's going to be a shame to cut this one up. So it's not often when I buy a car from the auction that I can take it on a test drive with only 20 minutes worth of work. But when I do get those cars, I take full advantage. The test drive gives me a chance to learn a little bit more about the car that I can't learn through visual inspection. Like, does the drivetrain make any noise? Rear end winds, wheel bearings, etc. How does the trans shift through all the gears? How does it work at operating temperature? All that kind of stuff. Not to mention, I really do enjoy some of the looks I get driving things like this down the road. Now this truck is a parts truck for one main reason, and that's it has a certificate of destruction, or a junk title. Even though the truck is repairable, the paperwork says it's not. Which doesn't bother me because junk titles generally bring less money at the auction. Now this truck kind of put me a little bit ahead on this build, so I may buy some additional parts to make my life a little easier and make this go a little faster for you guys. But we'll see what I can find. So I thank you for your patience while I found this truck. I did have to bid on 40 or 50 before I got this one, but patience is what makes or breaks this and a lot of other builds. Although you don't want to wait too long because cars do depreciate by the day, so there's kind of a sweet spot in. That being said, I need to ask you guys for a little bit more patience. Due to the size of this project, I need to get my other ones done. I can't have multiple projects going at the same time because this one's going to take up a lot of space. But once I do start on it, it's going to be pretty quick. In 1 week's time, I'll get 80% of the job done. Then I'm going to hand it over to my guys and let them do the body work and the paint work, and then they'll give it back to me and I'll put it back together. So in 2 weeks' time, this job will be done start to finish. I will have update videos along the way, as well as a time lapse of the entire job when it's complete. So subscribe if you want to see this build. Hit the like button if you found this video interesting. Share it if you think somebody else might. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.